Welcome back to Angel Angela, and on this topic, I'm going to be talking about the cat and mouse game that the narcissist plays with their victim. The cat and mouse game that the narcissist plays with their victim. So, we all know that old saying, right? The cat and mouse game, which is the cat, trying to capture the mouse, and the mouse trying to escape. You feel like you're trying to escape something. You know something's not right. It doesn't feel right. Sometimes you feel, okay, because that's part of the illusion, right? The narcissist has you captured, and when they're capturing you with gifts and with love and with affection or with sex, you are captured. You are prey, you are supply, and it doesn't feel good because you feel trapped. You feel trapped because this person is playing the cat and mouse game with you. 1 minute they're in, 1 minute they're out. 1 minute they're all for you and they're sorry and they love you, and 1 minute they're out. 1 minute, your coworker is smiling in your face, and behind your back they're saying, hey, I'm doing all the work, and they're acting like you're not doing anything, right? It's the cat and mouse game. And then if you play the game with them, right, they get together in packs to capture you because they have the energy of the cat and mouse game. They've been playing this game with people in their lives. When you got people who are still dealing with the narcissist, they're playing the cat and mouse game. And sometimes the narcissist will go after you and you don't have anything to do with it, right? Because it becomes a game. Right? And you almost think to yourself, like, this person's never going to talk to me after this, or this person doesn't care about me, but yet they're still checking up on you, right? They haven't took accountability. They haven't apologized. They're telling you, hey, I'm going to pray for you. Tell that person I'm going to pray for them. Or they'll come and drop you off a gift and then go tell the whole family, I gave her flowers, I gave him a gift, I sent him money for his birthday. You didn't even ask for it. And they're playing the cat and mouse game. They're going back and forth to make you look bad, right? Or unappreciative. So they're playing the cat and mouse game. They know you're trapped. You feel trapped. You can't trust anyone, but yet they try to consume you with their thoughts and their perception on who you are and who you should be. And it doesn't matter how you feel inside. It doesn't matter if you feel good inside. It doesn't matter if you try to be a good person. They're playing the cat and mouse game because the back and forth, you're thinking it's a game, or you're thinking they're part of your team, but they sneak up on you, eliminate you, and then they keep going. It's a marathon. They keep going, and then you feel like, whoa, it's game over, and you thought it was never going to be over. You knew something was wrong. You wanted it to be over. You wanted them to stop eating your insides, right? So when they leave, you feel trapped because this person has took all your supply. So the cat and mouse game is energy, yin and yang. If you're aware of the good and the bad, you can see it coming. If you're not aware of it, or if you say your conscience And you tell yourself, oh, I know that the people around me are narcissists. I know my family, they're narcissists. I know that, you know, they're judging people based off of how they look. They're judging people, and they're eliminating people based off of their perception, or their need to control or have power. The cat and mouse game is when the people closest to you that you think are on your team, they say their conscience, they say they believe in certain things, they say they will stand up for you, right? But when it comes to you or them, it's process of elimination, and they basically feel like it's better you than me, right? They're like, it's better you than me. Yeah, I'm not judging you based on how you look or your sexuality or your race. I'm not like my parents. I'm not like other people. But then they see injustice stuff going on, and they're thinking, even if they feel like I don't have control over this, they're thinking in their head, better you than me. I'm not going to admit it because I can't fix the world. I can't solve every problem in the world. So it's better you than me. So if you're playing the cat and mouse game with these people, and you think to yourself, oh, well, this is a good friend. They gave me an opportunity. Or, you better believe that when there's a narcissist around seeing you thrive, they're going to want to trap you. They're going to want to use the same people you trust to trap you. They're going to try to get you to say the wrong things to trap you. See, it's a whole nother ball game once you leave the narcissist. This is why I'm speaking on this, because, see, when I eliminated everyone, I got to see who was playing the cat and mouse game with me. So I stood quietly. I let everyone proceed. I observed more because I felt effed up inside. And I was like, let me sit back and just observe, because I'm in too much pain to argue and to try to escape negativity. So I'm just going to allow people to think whatever they want to think. And I started to see when they breadcrumb you, right? They breadcrumb you, and then they expect something or more from you. So you breadcrumb them back, right? And now they give you more. You give back to them, right? You're going back and forth. You're playing the cat and mouse game. Oh, I like having friends, but I only like being around friends that got stuff going and can do stuff for me, right? That they give you that energy. They think they're conscious people. They think they're real as fuck. They're telling you, oh, I only like being around certain type of people that could do for me. And these are the same people that you'll see, they don't really want to do stuff for you. It's all about a transaction. When they're down, they want you to be there. When you're down, they might not be there. So that's when you know they're trying to trap you. And that's okay, because that's when you know to remove yourself. Hey, you're not going to trap me. You're not going to keep trying to persuade me and finesse me into being around you as a friend. When I know you're playing the cat and mouse game, which is a very dangerous game, and you might have not took it serious before, but you should take it serious now, because they're going to be playing the cat and mouse game with you for the rest of your life. And when they know you're not playing that game, you know yourself, you don't got time for games. They can tell right away. When the narcissist knows, oh, you have a lot of friends, oh, you have a lot of people around you, they feel like you're so trusting of people. They feel like, Are you a narcissist, or are you just someone in the group? Are you the one controlling the people in the group, or are you just someone that's just happy to have a social network of people? So the narcissist will target people because they can see the narcissist and Jezebel spirit right away. A lot of times the narcissist, the Jezebel spirit, they have good looks. They go based off looks. See, narcissists go based off looks first. They don't go based off of like thinking in their head like this person might be going through something. They might have problems at home. They might have problems with their children. They might have a disability. Maybe they're going through depression, or this person, they don't try to see past what you look like. That's their first way or their first move to try to disrespect you. And I say that because when I was younger, I was the ugly duckling, well, at least that's how I felt, because I was very much a tomboy. I got brothers playing basketball, wearing jerseys, so you get treated one way, and you get to see how men talk about women, and you get to see it all. And then, with me, it's like as I became older and became more feminine, and I noticed the attention, the switch, not just with men, with women. Now women want to be close to you. Now women want to follow you around, and you got certain people that, they give you energy where you think they're an empath because they're following you around, but they're only following you around because they want to play the cat and mouse game, meaning that they might be jealous of you, and they might think, oh, why are you in this relationship, right? Why are you with this person? What do they see in you? Or they could just be jealous and say, I want your happiness. I want what that person is giving you, and that person's giving you shit. You're dealing with a narcissist. It just looks good, So they're playing the cat and mouse game, because now guess what? They're going to go talk to the narcissist behind your back. And if you're dealing with a narcissist, they will get together regardless if this person is your friend or your family member. So when you're dealing with a friend who, they've been real quiet, they're always there, you still have to test that relationship out, because there's going to be red flags, meaning that if the narcissist is around, now that friend, her attitude, her demeanor changes, the way she talks, the way she starts having a little flirtatious, thing about herself, or looking at the narcissist in their eyes and, gazing, and you're looking at them like, hey, this is my partner, chill a little bit, back up a little bit. Or they try to play tricks on the narcissist and say, and put it off as a joke. Oh, I was just joking with you. The cat and mouse game can get really dirty. It could be the narcissist bringing someone around, telling you they're a family member, and it's really someone that they're dealing with. Oh, that's my homegirl. How many times do you hear the narcissist say, oh, that's my homegirl, or that's my guy friend. We're just friends. I always, I had these friends before you, and they're not willing to make any sacrifices for you. You're involved in that cat and mouse game. So the cat and mouse game is an energy, and you might pass one level of narcissists and you think you could spot them out because they're low grade narcissists, but then you got some that are very nice, very charismatic, very polite, will defend you as a woman, will defend you, and you get that protection from them, and you feel like, okay, they're intelligent like me, like they can kind of hang with me, we can see things that other people can't see. And just because you share things with them, this is where a lot of people go wrong. And I've went wrong, and this is why I'm sharing this with you. When you start sharing to people what your knowledge, you know what I'm saying? Like, you don't have to talk about narcissist abuse. It could be anything, right? A lot of narcissists, when they play the cat and mouse game, they do it so quickly, so swiftly, so smooth that you don't even know, you don't even see it. And you literally need time to yourself, away from people, away from everything, have a clear mind, so that you can get in the game and see when the narcissist makes their move. And you're going to see it happens quickly and it happens fast. The cat and mouse game is something serious, because not only will you be dealing with these type of people with relationships, but just out and about, but most importantly at work, when you're trying to make a living to survive, right? Nobody wants to be out here in these streets. So the cat and mouse game is when people just start asking you questions right away, or like, you could be in the middle of, like, literally you're not doing anything, you're working, you're minding your own business, and then someone just comes from behind you and they're like, oh, do you have any siblings? Are your parents together? Or do you have children? How many children do you have? Are you still with the father? Are you still with the mother? Are they all by the same? They move really quickly, even with little things. Like, I remember, like, maybe two times for sure that I remember vividly, where the first time a guy asked me I went to go get an oil change at the dealership, and the guy asked me, he said, did you buy these rims or did they come with the car? And a lot of men think women are dumb, because they're used to dealing with dumb women. So when you start asking personal questions, to me, it just brings an alarm in my head personally, because to me, it's like, when someone asks me a personal question, see, as an empath, because we're such good people, right? At least we try to be, we try to be, give people a fair chance, but you can't give these people a fair chance, because they're playing dirty. They're playing the cat and mouse game, and they're like, oh, you're not in the game? Oh, you're still on that nice shit? Oh, you're still on that God shit? Oh, okay. They think like it's a joke, right? They're trying to throw you off. But there's a higher power. There's a godly power, and they know that. But they're always in control. They're always holding the cards, because you don't know your own power. So to them, it's like, oh, they're trying to make you feel down, so you can't have any hope, so that you can't dream anymore. So when they play that cat and mouse game, it's so savage, because they'll say things, right? And like I said, in my mind, I'm wondering why you're asking me these things, because, see, once upon a time, I used to think, oh, it's just small conversation. People just People just want to feel comfortable with you, right? Then I started to realize too, right? If I was honest, they think they got me figured out. So part of the cat and mouse game is that if they feel like they got you figured out, you tell them things because you feel like, hey, I'm a real ass person, and that's just being real. I don't got nothing to hide, right? They like it when you're thinking like that. When you're thinking, "Oh, I'm real as hell cuz I tell it how it is." That type of energy, that independent energy, they think you're a fool because now they feel like they know you. Now they feel like they know your cards and what you're holding. And you might say, I don't play these games with these people. They play it with you. You don't want to play them. They play them with you. It's the cat and mouse game. They're chasing you, but you don't see them physically chasing you. They're chasing you in their minds. So I'm wondering, why are you asking me anything? Why? I'm not asking you these questions. I don't care about your parents. I'm grown as hell. Like, why are we even talking about that? Like, my world does not revolve thinking about, I love my family, cool, yeah, but why does it matter to you? Like, I don't care about your family, your parents, or your parents together. I don't care about your siblings. I don't care. I don't care. I just don't care. Straight up, I don't. I'll be lying if I say I do. I don't care. So it's weird to me when they start coming at you with so many questions. And like I said, I went to the dealership. Oh, are these rims? Are these custom made, or did you buy them with the car? You're thinking, oh, she probably just bought a lemon or something, or she probably just bought the car because she saw the rims, or I'm trying to see if you got money because I like these rims. I want to know if you put them on there. I want to know if you got money. Your car is clean, the interior is clean, you look like you keep it clean, you give off energy like you're in your own world, right? See, they like it when you're talkative and you're telling everything because they think you got you figured out. When you're keeping things in, you know who you are. You know how to take control. You don't wait for nobody to ask you for nothing. You go and do what you want. When you don't bother people, you don't care what they're doing. They feel that. They feel that energy, so you become a target. And then you try to fit in with people thinking, oh, I fit in and play the game, but it's not going to work because it's going to make them feel uncomfortable because they're going to expect you to act a certain way every time they see you. So anytime they feel like they can't read you, it makes them uncomfortable. I've had people tell me, I feel like I can't read your mind. Some days you're cool. Some days it's like, I don't know what's going on in your mind. And I'm like, but I talk to you every time I see you. Someone I work with, I said, I talk to you every time I see you. I always say hi to you. Oh, sometimes you're just quiet. I'm like, no, I'm just working. Like, I'm just trying to leave here. Like, it's like, they want to initiate you, and then they want to play the cat and mouse game. And then if they're doing things that are destructive, and a lot of times most narcissists they're always stealing, they're always doing shit, and even if you're dealing with, and what's crazy is that you'll be dealing with strangers, customers and clients that you have to give customer service to, but they want to play the cat and mouse game with you too. They don't got nothing better to do or something, so they want to play the cat and mouse game with you too, so they start talking about you with the people you work with, or the people you work with start talking to complete strangers. You got all these strangers playing a cat and mouse game with you, and you're just watching it. And the moment you say something or you make a joke and they just don't get it because they're slow, or a lot of narcissists, they like to twist your words. Now they feel like they've captured you. So you always feel like you got to escape. You're like, oh, I can't wait till I get freaking home and kick off my shoes and, pour me a glass of wine, or you're a man, get a beer, or whatever the hell you guys be drinking. But you're just like exhausted because you know you got to go and do it all over again. And it's not just the people you work with, it's the clients and customers. It's everyone playing this cat and mouse game, and you're like, what the hell did I do? Like, to deserve this? Like, what did I do? Like, so if you shut down and you're quiet, you automatically become a target too, just for being quiet. You know what I'm saying? You become a target because they feel like you're trying to compete with them. So now they're all coming at you like wolves. But if you got someone who's real intelligent and conscious, and who seems like they have narcissistic traits, but they know the game that's being played, and they watched you, and they seen how you work, they seen your work ethic, they see that you never call off, they see that you never have excuses, they see that you're just trying to get to your money, to your bag. You'll see that they'll tell you, oh, don't listen to them, just or if you say anything, you can't even say anything, because sometimes these people are all connected. So sometimes you might say, hey, am I doing everything right? Or, is everything okay? Sometimes you feel like you got to make sure you check in with these people that are controlling everything. And they're basically like, yeah, it's just the cat and mouse game. Like, just keep going. Like, yeah, just keep playing the cat and mouse game, and just try to play nice. But you're trying to play nice with a whole bunch of wolves in sheep's clothing, the same type of people who swear they've been victimized by people, the same people that say, oh, I'm not prejudiced and I'm not this, but they keep doing the same shit over and over again to people, and they are well aware of it, but they don't feel no type of way because they go home to their families, their kids, and they already know they have things that have value far more than money, because they've asked you certain questions and you answered and you were oblivious to what they were doing. And I say this because, like I said, I had a guy ask me twice, another dude, the dude at the dealership and someone that I worked with, when they had to move my car, and it was like this parking situation, and I gave them my keys to move it, and they were talking about my rims, and I was like, this is the second time someone asked me that. And I'm like, and it was a guy, right? And like I said, a lot of guys think women are stupid, so my mind just thinks quicker, and I'll just say something, I'll just throw them off, and I'll be like, why do you say that? Does it look like it came with it or something? Like, I'll just play stupid with them. And that's how they know the cat and mouse game, or they'll try to touch you. A stranger will try to touch you and shake your hand because it's something that's been normalized in society. And I used to, shake people's hands, or you go to a meeting, everyone shakes each other's hands. But when I went to school and I had to learn about different nationalities and different, traditions from different groups, based on the clients that I was going to be, different clients that I was going to talk to or whatever. I would think to myself, right? Because in certain cultures, you're not allowed to touch people. In certain cultures, like, you're not supposed to look certain people in the eyes, and when you go to school and you learn these things, it's kind of like funny to you, and you're like, that's weird, that doesn't make sense, but I'm gonna do it because that's what I've been trained to do. So you're doing things, and you're working based off of ethics and based off of what's best for that client or that person. But it's not until you deal with narcissists that you understand that the cat and mouse game is so real, because you touch somebody, you could feel their energy, you could feel their thoughts, you could feel if they did something to you, if they're connected to something. That's just me, because I've been in situations where the narcissist, like I shared with you guys before, where the narcissist, um, the mother of his kid came to pick his kid up, and I just, my intuition, my mind said, she's here. She's here. And I'm thinking to myself, like, who's here? And then she walks in and I hear her voice and I'm like, why would I know that she's here? And like, my mind said she's pulling up. My mind said she's here. Then my mind said she's pulling up. And then my mind was like, she's at the door. And then I hear her voice and I'm like, it was the first time where it was the first time that I actually heard my inner voice, and I was kind of like shocked, because I was like, why would I know that? It's kind of like when you have that feeling someone's at your door pulling up, or that was, the type of energy that I got. It was like, I'm connected to you. That's the only thing that we have in common for me to be able to access this type of information and have access to you. So I realized, when you're with the narcissist, you're giving other people your energy too, not just the narcissist, whoever they're dealing with. And that's why a lot of times that other person will find out. And guess what the narcissist does? They go and chase that person to trap them, and they leave you feeling dumb. And then if you stand up for yourself, or if they feel like, oh, you're not responding to me, they get very predatorial, and you think that it's love, right? You're like, oh, they must care about me, or they're back, or they sent me flowers, or they showed up at my job with gifts, or they sent me money, or whatever the case is. They start trying to buy you, right? That's what these people do. They try to buy you. So with the cat and mouse game, I even have dealt with people who try to give me gifts, and I don't really know them, and I'm like, no, I don't need that. And they're like persistent. I'm like, no, thank you. Come on, girl, take this purse. I know you like it. It's cute. I have a lot of other little purses like this. Look, I have many different colors. Get whatever you want, and then they'll give you even a sob story. I'm really supposed to be selling them for my friend that died. I'm collecting money. And then no, thank you, because I know it's the cat and mouse game, and it sounds cold, right? People don't even know when they get scammed, because people prey on your feelings, right? So I didn't go for it. I'm like, no, thank you. Then they asked someone else if they wanted. They told, oh, my friend, I'm really supposed to, the same story told that person. And then as soon as that person gave them money, they went and spent it, and I seen them spent it. And I'm like, see, that's why I wasn't messing with you. I knew it was the cat and mouse game. And really, you really wanted me to take that so that you can take from me or steal from me later. So sometimes you guys go through situations and you don't know who's stealing from you, who's taking from you, who's playing a cat and mouse game, because you got people feeding you stories. So then you feel like you don't know who to trust, because you're like, a lot of people got sob stories and things, and I go through stuff. We all go through shit. So you feel like you don't know who to believe, but you could feel their energy. I'm someone who feels energy. And I knew, this person, they're tweaking. They don't want to, they're just saying things, right? Or they're stealing things, and then they're trying to sell it to you. And, I'm like, I don't want no parts of it, right? Some people, they know certain things are stolen, they'll just still buy it. And then when something gets stolen from them, it's like they don't add up. Like, they don't add up what's going on. Like, they just feel like I got, right? And then they blame God. It's crazy. They blame God, and that's why, because they're playing the cat and mouse game, they keep saying, oh no, I keep getting God. No, there's no winning in this game. There's no winning because the narcissist always has to do something that's unethical, right? They don't play by the rules, right? There are no rules, right? So every time they get got, they feel like, oh, that's just normal behavior. Everyone gets got. No, not everyone gets got, because some people are more wide awake than others. You could play the same game over and over and over again, and the more you play that game, the more skills you develop, and then you realize how far you've came, and you're like, dang, how come I didn't do this when I started the game? How come I didn't know I could zoom in and zoom out. I didn't know I could do none of this. I didn't know I can strike you back right when you tried to strike me. I didn't know that I could think ahead of you. I knew the next move you were gonna make because I've already been through that. So now I'm up here, and now you're mad because you can't reach me. I didn't know that, I'm really good at playing the cat and mouse game, but guess what? When I get a little wine in my system and I get lazy, or my inner voice is telling me to do something and I ignore it because I'm intoxicated, I just got got. And I thought I was so smart, right? You're like, oh, I was playing the cat and mouse game so good, but dang, all it took was me to have that one drink and be out here messing with this narcissist, and now I got a DUI. So when narcissist goes through things, they're telling you half stories. A lot of times they're not telling you the truth because they just got, and that's why they're back. They're playing the cat and mouse game. They just got, and now they're mad. So they're coming at you like at full force, seeking vengeance to make themselves feel good about the loss they just took. And you're wondering, why is this person going back and forth with me? Why is this person, 1 minute they're in, 1 minute they're out? They're playing the cat and mouse game. And when someone does that to you, they're not going to change. That's how they feel about you. You know how they tell you, oh, believe them the first time? Yeah, somebody threw you through the pits. They threw you at the pits, right? You thought you were playing right next to them, and then they just sacrificed you in the game. How could you think you'll ever be a team player with someone like that? So the narcissist learns from the empath, and they put on a facade. These people, that's not who they are. When they're fake and they have new supplier, they got people fooled. The image that they're giving people, that's not who they are. So when someone plays the game on them, a lot of times they don't see it coming because they think they're so skillful. And all that person's been doing is that they've been keeping their mouth shut. That new supply, that person could be attractive, and now and they play this very timid role, and they play dumb, and the narcissist feels like, I know when someone is playing dumb with me, and I can tell when someone's not playing dumb with me, right? They feel like they know the difference because they play dumb with people all the time. They play the cat and mouse game with people all the time. So when someone fools them and they lose the game, they're mad. They're like, I gotta play the game again. But now they want to play with someone who's not even playing. So that's why the moment you wake up and you're acknowledging, your situation, they don't want to be around you. They're scared. They feel like when you tell them you care about them or you love them, they think you're lying. You're making them uncomfortable. Pay attention to people that, if you're affectionate to, they say, oh, I'm not affectionate, but you see that they can be affectionate. And sometimes it'll be your own family, and that's what will trigger you when someone, you know, like a narcissist that you fall for, or a friend does something to you, because it'll just trigger you. And that's what these people want, because you've discussed your traumas to them. So when they're playing the cat and mouse game, you can't tell them your traumas. You can't trust people with your trauma, with the shit that you've been through. Everybody goes through stuff. The narcissist knows that. So they feel like, why should I give a damn about you? Right? They feel like everyone only thinks about themselves. So why should I trust you when I've been playing the cat and mouse game? So they don't trust nobody. They don't even trust the news supply. And they'll have moments where they feel like they can trust the new supply, because that person might be playing dumb with them, and they actually start believing it. And if that person has a child with someone, or they had a relationship before them for a long time, and they get played, or that person just used the narcissist for a dinner date, guess what? They're mad, and now they're coming for you. Now they're expecting you to compensate to them what they lost. They're like, oh, I always pay for dinner. You pay for dinner this time. And you're like, you haven't paid for dinner in a minute. What are you talking about? I haven't even, you know. They're trying to compensate. Pay attention to people who lose in the cat and mouse game, and then they're out to get other people. Pay attention to people who keep saying that other people are out to get them, but the people they say they're playing the cat and mouse game are not even aware of it, and they're doing nice things for them, or they're offering, or they're being nice to you. They're being generous to you. And the moment you tell the narcissist, they don't really seem like a bad person. Like your brother or your sibling or your friend, they don't really seem like bad people if they're being nice to you and they're doing things for you. And eventually you'll realize that the narcissist is a wolf in sheep's clothing, and they were never the victim. You know, I remember after so many years of being with this person, hearing them complain, right? They had set up a scenario and they shared it with me. And then I was shocked, and I stared at them, and I was like, wait, you're the one controlling everything? And he goes, duh, took you long enough. Like, yeah, I've been manipulating this whole shit. But the whole time he's playing dumb. The narcissist loves playing stupid when they're playing the cat and mouse game. They're like, oh, I'm not trying to trap you. I'm not trying to do anything to you. Oh, if I was such a bad person, this. Oh, I came from a bad childhood, so sometimes I say things, and I instead of being physically abusive, I become verbally abusive. They'll say things like that to justify their actions, knowing that it's going to affect you in the long run, and they're not even thinking about you because they're playing the cat and mouse game with you. You know, so like I said, the cat and mouse game is serious, because sometimes you can't avoid eye contact. You can't avoid not shaking someone's hand. And, you know, and when you do it, you could be dealing with a narcissist, and now they're getting energy off of your conversation. They're getting energy off you being around them. They're getting energy off of you talking to them, shaking their hand. You know, and I say this, like I said, because my intuition was like telling me about the narcissist ex, and I'm thinking, like, why would I know this? Like, I'm not close to her. Like, the only time I feel like people's presence like that is like the people closest to me, where I feel like, oh, my mom's gonna call, you know, shit like that. So to me, that was one of the weird experiences that I had, and then I thought nothing of it, right? I ignored it. Later on, you know, when after like a year and a half of me and the narcissist not being together, and I started dating somebody, I felt like they seemed perfect. Their lifestyle was perfect. Their finances, their looks, everything. They were like the perfect package, to the point where I was like, this too good to be true. Like, why hasn't anyone bagged you if that's the case, right? If you're so great. And that's how narcissists will view you too. This is why most narcissists, um, you know, when they approach you and they have so much confidence, it's not because they're single, it's because they have somebody. What I've noticed with a lot of single men, they're more like laid back. They're not thirsty to just be super arrogant, super just. It's always the married people. It's always the people that are in couples, and I know it because when you're in a relationship, you feel like you have a lot of fuel. So the narcissist feeds off of your fuel, to attract other supply. And that's how they view good people. If you're so great, why isn't anyone with you? Why aren't you married? Why don't you have kids? Or why aren't you where you want to be in life? They question everything about you, even if they don't have shit going on. And it's mainly because they want to play the cat and mouse game. So they feel like, okay, you're not with nobody, I'm gonna play you, right? Because I am with somebody. And if I end up, this is why they play the cat and mouse game a lot of times, is because they do got other people in the background. And this is why, there'll be times where you're closer to them than others. And a lot of times when you got with them, you were believing whatever they were telling you. You didn't seek out the truth. So when you're playing the cat and mouse game, you got to make sure that what people are saying to you is the truth, instead of just trusting them to tell you the truth, right? Because the signs will be there and you will ignore them. So yeah, that guy, that I dated, I've shared this many times, but I ended up going to hang out with a friend. Then I had a little bit of bad luck. So that's another thing. You get bad luck when you're playing the cat and mouse game. There's a lot of bad luck going on, and you don't know where it's coming from or who it may be coming from. But it's going to be always someone close to you or someone connected to someone close to you. Either or. It's going to be either from someone close to you or someone connected to the person that's close to you. That's where the cat and mouse game usually comes from. Although a lot of times when you're dealing with strangers, just like when I had on my birthday, I told you guys someone broke into my car. I was playing the cat and mouse game at that hotel that I was staying at, because when I went out, I said, there's a whole bunch of people, I went swimming, and then I said to myself, I'm going to go get some food and go to the fireplace. And by the time I go to get some food and go to the fireplace, everyone's going to see me at the fireplace. All these little Muppets, puppets and stuff around here, all these zombies, they're going to see me, at the fireplace, and then they're going to want to come to the fireplace, because that's how the cat and mouse game goes. Someone sees you doing something, and now they want to do what you're doing. And now, they try to make you fail, right? They try to mess up your career. They try to mess up your schooling. They try to mess things up, and then all of a sudden, now they want to go and become whatever you want it to be. It's the cat and mouse game. Now they're copying you. They're copying your ideas. You can't share your ideas with these people. You can't even be around these people, because they'll start to think that they can live in your reality, and they try to exchange energies with you without you even knowing. So that's also part of the cat and mouse game, is that you get a lot of bad karma and you don't really know where it's coming from. And it's not until you eliminate everyone and you start off clean that you can start seeing where it's coming from. And then when you start off clean, you'll see that people from the past will reappear, because it's all a game. So when you're playing that cat and mouse game, people will be envious. People will feel like, they can do the same things that you wanted to do. They really try to put you down because they're like, they almost can't believe the approach that you're, you know, headed towards. They can't even understand your approach. They're like, they see those things in you. So now that you're speaking on it, you'll see them turn green of envy. You'll see their eyes flinch. You'll see them trying to change your mind. You'll see them trying to give you suggestions, or, oh, you could hit up this person. Oh, I got this friend that could do it for you. They'll start putting their input in things and sabotage you, and then they'll start sharing their great ideas with you, hoping that you're jealous of them. And it all came from the cat and mouse game. And see, some of them do it consciously, some of them don't do it consciously. It's a lot of them that don't even do it consciously. They're just like wild animals. So, that's what happens when you do the cat and mouse game. When you play the cat and mouse game, is that, it can happen so quickly. And, like in my case with my friend, I hadn't seen her in years, but I got bad luck because while I was with her, I lost something, right? That's another thing. You lose shit all the time. You lose shit when you're around these people. Sometimes they steal, and sometimes you just lose stuff or break stuff. And you're like, man, I'm never this clumsy, or I never lose anything, right? You get all the red flags and they haven't actually did anything, but the energy is trying to tell you this person's about to play a trick on you, right? So I lost something, and then the next time I had seen her and I actually gave her a hug, I had like a vision that she knew the guy that I was dating. And I told her, and I was like, you know him? And she's like, how do you know? She's like, how do you know him? Did you come over here because of that? She thought I was being messy. And I'm like, no, girl, like, don't even call him. He don't know. And she still called him because she thinks I'm playing the cat and mouse game with her, and she's wondering why I'm even asking her. And in reality, why the fuck am I even asking her? Even if, why am I asking her? Sometimes it's better to keep things in. So when you're playing the cat and mouse game, you can't tell people nothing. They want to know everything. They want to know all your personal information. And you might feel like, I don't want to lie. I like being real. But you tell these people you live home alone, guess what? They're going to try to break into your house. Sometimes you got to lie to these people because they're vampires, right? So with the cat and mouse game with this friend, she's thinking, oh, she's playing the cat and mouse game. I hadn't told her anything that I was going through. So her way of connecting to me and her playing the cat and mouse game with me, the cat and mouse game that was going to be played with me, my mind said, ask her if she knows so and so. That's what my mind said. And I said, why would I ask her that? She's going to think I'm crazy. And my mind, my intuition, God said, just ask her. Just ask her. So that was the second time besides the time with the narcissist where I knew something without knowing. And that's how I knew for sure. We're all having a human experience, but there's these energies around us that we got to watch out for because we dealt with so many narcissistic people. We're just bound to keep repeating the same cycle of people around us, and every time it's going to get harder, and every time you got to play the game smarter. So now I can't say certain things. I can't just, be the life of the fucking party all the time. I got to observe people, observe the room, read the room. I can't just be myself because some people might not like who myself is and try to exploit it, or some people might do something to me, right? So a lot of times you share things with people because you think they're like you, or you feel like their intelligence is like you, and they feel like you're dumb for trusting them because they're getting ready to play the cat and mouse game with you now, because you shared things, and to them it's like, don't you know, in the cat and mouse game you can't tell people your plans, you can't tell people shit. So that's how they play with you, and they feel like gods because they feel like I'm going to keep winning this game. I'm not going to lose because you don't even know what's going on. So then you learn, okay, I can't share everything with everyone. Now you see things that you usually aren't easy to see. Now you know when someone has done you wrong, and there's no gaslighting you. So the cat and mouse game is not just verbal, it's intuition, it's feelings, it's emotions, it's energy. You could feel everything in these people, and you could feel everything that these people are feeling because you're not feeling like them. You don't think like them. So when they are thinking for you, or you could feel that their energy is giving something and it has nothing to do with you, you already see it coming. You already see it coming. But you can't tell them that you see it coming. Like, you can't tell the narcissist you're going to leave them, because now they're going to say, oh, you're going to leave? Oh, okay, bitch, I'm going to play the cat and mouse game. And not only am I going to play you, but I'm going to steal from you. They're planning on doing the most evilest things to you, to your family, to your children, wicked things. They're wishing death on you. They're putting curses on your life, So you can't tell them your next move. You can't tell them how you feel. You can't share your traumas just because you're trying to make them feel good. You could talk to them. You could be strong. You could share. You could be a good person. But you also have to be aware that you got people creating fake stories just so that you can trust them. And then you'll see that after they feel like they've cried, they shed some fake fucking tears with you. I've seen people, they played the cat and mouse game so savagely, and then when they got blessings, which weren't really blessings because they manipulated the whole thing, and then you bring up, oh, God really blessed you with this home, God blessed you with all this check you're gonna get every month from your husband that died, and you'll see that they're like, what do you mean blessed? Like, they feel like they deserved it. They feel like, why are you talking about everything that I got? They feel like, are you trying to play the cat and mouse game? Are you jealous? And in reality, they're just showing you that they manipulated everything because they're not really grateful, and you're really a good person who really wants the best for everybody. So you almost feel like, why do certain people get intimidated by that, or assume you're playing the cat and mouse game, but you don't want nothing from them, you don't need nothing from them, or you're just giving them words of reminding them, to be grateful, really, because it's such a blessing that to you it even impacted you and made you feel good about receiving blessings. But you'll see that they once you start looking at them, like, is this person a manipulator? They're reading your mind. They're reading your facial expressions. They're watching you watch them and how you think they should be reacting. So they're like, oh, they're expecting me to, cry because I'm so grateful or whatever. I'm going to break down and cry. Like, they're really good actors. They'll just start breaking down crying and stuff because they want you to believe that they're grateful, or they're good people, or they're humble. You know what I'm saying? So that I learned from that situation with my friend, like, not only I can't talk to people, but the reason I can't talk to people is because while they're concentrating on telling lies, I gotta be concentrating on deciphering the truth, and I gotta concentrate in every word that they said and how they said it, and how they looked at me when they said it, and what I felt, what was my first thought of how I felt when they said certain things. Because guess what? The next day you're gonna come around them, and they're gonna be playing the cat and mouse game, and the narcissist is gonna evaluate what they said to you, and they're gonna replay what you said to them, and they're gonna study your confidence. They're gonna study everything about you, and now they're gonna approach you differently. They're learning you, so they sometimes they compare you to other people, and then when they realize they can't go that route, they'll switch it up on you, and it's all designed to trap you into an entrapment and entanglement with other people. So that's what I realized when my intuition told me this. My intuition was trying to help me so that I wouldn't play the cat and mouse game. I had a bad feeling about this friend, and then boom, she's thinking I'm being messy, but my intuition told me, but she don't believe in God. She thinks I'm crazy, but how else would I know something like this? So she's calling to confirm, but she still doesn't believe me because she rather believe this narcissistic man. So I said to myself, cool, I'm so glad my intuition told me, so that I wouldn't have been playing the cat and mouse game with this man, and then later on found out that he's also dating my friend, so it would have been an entanglement. They don't believe in God, so they're verifying with each other because they're narcissists. He think I was on some funny stuff for even talking to my friend about him. She think I'm being on some funny stuff because she's like, why are you bringing him up? But if I hadn't listened to my intuition and asked her, then later on in the future, it could have been a nasty entanglement, and my friend knows where I lived, and she wouldn't have been my friend anymore, and she would have been my enemy. And the way she conducts herself, she probably would have did something to me before I did something to her. So I realized how important it is to pay attention to when people are playing the cat and mouse game, because even though this man was handsome, he was financially stable, just seemed like the perfect gentleman. My intuition told me to ask that. I asked it. There was one time where we were supposed to go on a date, and they came really, really late. And I really should have just told them, to cancel it. But I still ended up going out with them. And that was the only time he ever really did anything where I was kind of like questioning him. And I'm saying questioning him because his excuse to being late is that he said his son, because he had one son older, and he said his son got a flat tire. I can't question nobody if they say that. I just got to trust it to be true. Right? I gotta trust it to be true. But I did get a bad feeling. So that was God telling me, when someone's playing the cat and mouse game, it doesn't matter how perfect it is. You get that bad feeling in your stomach. You have that thought in your head that they're lying. You're not fucking paranoid just because you dealt with a lot of narcissists. A lot of people conduct themselves like this. So it's good that you're aware, right? So once you become aware, the only natural thing that can happen is the law of nature. If you're aware of it, it has to present itself in front of you, right? So if you think someone is up to something and you question them about it and they lie to you, guess what's going to happen? The law of attraction is going to bring those things to light one way or another. And to me, it spoke to me consciously, and it said that these people knew each other. They were connected. Why would I know? They think I'm the one being funny, but joke's on them, because now they could be together, and they could be narcissists together and ruin each other, because you stood up for that man knowing he's lying and thinking I'm funny because I'm a woman, because you're stigmatized by men because you're the Jezebel spirit. So you think women are dumb because you think you're smarter than every woman that you came across. You think you're smarter than them. Never think you're smarter when you're playing a cat and mouse game, because sometimes people think they're so smart, but they're talking so much. They're doing too much. They're fucking with other people. So guess what? They're going to get got. Maybe if they try to get me got, they might get got by someone else right after. Literally right after. Because her car did go down a ditch, and she did call me asking, oh, do you have AAA? And I lied to her and I said, nope, because it's the cat and mouse game, bitch. Excuse my language. But straight up, I was like, oh, this is how you play the cat and mouse game. Got you, bitch. Trapped you. And I'm lock the door and throw away the key. I'm not messing with you no more. Cause then the next time something bad's gonna happen. I could be chilling with you. You might be driving and this whole car will crash when I'm in it with you. Just our luck, because that's the type of luck the narcissist gets. So they feel like everyone gets God. But when you are intelligent and wise enough, and you know there's layers to this shit, and you know none of these people are your friends, then you got the upper hand. But if you think that you could be around these people because you think you're so smart and you got the upper hand and you just want to keep kicking it with these people, guess what? You're gonna get got, because you know how your parents tell you are who your friends are. That's what you gonna get. You gonna get got by your own friends, or being around them, or being connected to them, because you didn't listen and you don't know how to play the game, and you think you do. You think you know everything. Oh, I'm not like them. I'm not gonna do whatever they do. Right? So that's how it goes. That's how the cat and mouse game goes. And that's just some of the things I've experienced. And I had to go to war too. I've been to war, right? With my family and stuff. Like, my family, I went through a lot of crazy things, financial things. They're trying to take my inheritance. They're trying to manipulate my mom. They were trying to take my parents' shit. For their kids, for my aunts and uncles. Like, that's weird. That's like me trying to get my aunt and uncle's homes and shit like that. They was crossing the line with me. I just started going to war with them, hitting them back. They sending people to come put a restraining order. I'm like, bitch, I don't even see you. I ain't seen none of you people in years. You just mad because I ain't let you do what you was going to do, because I'm steps ahead of you, because you guys knew I was blind. I was in a relationship. I wasn't thinking. Now I'm thinking about everything. And now I'm not putting nothing past no one just because they keep talking about God, bitch. So now I'm going in on all of you motherfuckers, right? I'm going in on all of you. And guess what? I'm going to send they sent me some fake ass lawyer. I looked it up on the internet. Motherfucker had like two fucking reviews, and both reviews was low, and one of them said something about he don't know how to type shit. And then I'm looking at the fucking letter, and I'm like, this shit not even typed properly. They spelled my name wrong. I was like, these people crazy. You know what I'm saying? They done sent people, police to come serve me a restraining paper. I'm like, man, I don't even talk to these people are nuts. I said, you know what I'm gonna do? When I saw, see, once you've been through shit, especially legal shit, and you've dealt with narcissists, and you put restraining orders on people, and you're the type of person that you normally wouldn't do these things, but these people don't stop fucking with you, and you're like, oh, shit getting real. Now I gotta do something because it's getting disrespectful. People coming to your door, you know. So now you're coming with the restraining order. Okay, guess what, bitch? I'm not gonna open the door. They're gonna tell you we try to serve it, but you don't open the door. And now guess what? I'm gonna serve your ass with one now. The cat and mouse game. Y'all want to play? Okay, let's play. But the thing is, when you play, these motherfuckers don't like losing, so you're going to be going to war till the end. So now guess what? I'm like, okay, and depending on what I ain't got nothing to lose, so don't play with me. You got a lot to lose. You better calm. You better pipe down. You think I'm stupid. I done caught on to the games, right? Now I'm gonna put a restraining order right back on this person. Boom. And you open the door. Now you feel stupid because they told you I didn't even accept it. Now you get it and you mad. Now you sending letters, lawyers and shit with fucking 2-star ratings and shit. Right? Now you're calling, you called my school. You called my school and disrespected me. You calling anybody that can listen to you. So guess what? You got them foster kids and you got a pervert husband. I'm about to call them peoples and tell them your husband a pervert. You better watch out for them fucking foster kids, because you got a pervert husband. Now I'm on your ass, bitch. Now I'm on your ass. Why would she say something like that? Da-da-da. Oh, guess what? Now your husband, he better keep his mouth shut doing all this pillow talking with you, ho. Because guess what? Now guess what? Your husband tries something, it's on file. So y'all better be on y'all best. Y'all better tuck that fucking devil's tail in between your ass cheeks, because I ain't playing with none of y'all. Straight up. The cat and mouse game is real, and I used to never play it, so you always feel like you lose as an empath because you ain't playing it. You're not thinking ahead. You're supposed to think, what can I do to not get killed? What can I do so people can't fuck up my finances and fuck up my future? You got to keep someone like me who's lost everything and got it back and lost everything and went to the deep depths of fucking hell. I'm not playing with people playing with my life like that. I'm not playing with people calling the police. I'm not playing with people with their false allegations when I don't even come around these people. I'm not going for it. You telling people I'm threatening you, or you telling people I don't know what the hell. Half these stories that these people have created is really crazy, because I really like being alone. That's when I'm at peace, really. Yeah, I have my moments, but really, I'd rather be in peace than be out here playing the cat and mouse game with friends, with family, with narcissistic people that want to con you into these weak-ass relationships that's garbage, So I'm playing the cat and mouse game, and guess what? They finally shut up. And I'm thinking, because these motherfuckers, they like going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. You finally get them where it hurt, they gonna back all the way down. They gonna say, retract mission. We gotta abort mission. Abort mission. She woke up. There's no more sending her to boot camp and sending her away to boarding school no more. She ain't with none of that. There's no more, oh, let's pray. There's no more, oh, let me bless you. Let me do a blessing over you, bitch. You putting curses on me, bitch. Y'all was driving me crazy. That's what y'all was doing. I'm sitting here forgiving, and everybody narking. And every time I tell my family, the elders, I'm like, I forgave them. Why don't you talk to them? Why don't you talk about how they treat me? Why you keep talking to me, giving me Bible scriptures about being Mary Magdalene, calling me Mary Magdalene like I'm some fucking whore, and I've only been with one man for over 10 years that was a narcissist, and that's kind of crazy for you to call me a whore when I'm going through so much and I lost a baby, and you're telling me, oh, how did you lose a baby? What did you do? Blaming me when I'm already feeling fucked up. Blaming me for what I went through. How you think that makes me feel as a woman, right? To go through that type of pain. If you're a mother, imagine your child just dead at birth and you went through all that shit for nothing. So you're calling me Mary Magdalene. I done been persecuted badly And these people will act like they didn't do shit to me. And they'll still act like they didn't do nothing because it's all about the cat and mouse game. And guess what? Now, when other people know your story, there's gonna be certain people that feel like they're waking up through you, and now they're looking at you for answers. And now, when they see certain people have your back, now they're afraid because now you got enough power to tell people what to do, and they're gonna go do it. They're gonna go shoot missiles at them. They're gonna go to war for you now. Now you got people on your team willing to go to war. Now they're backing up all the way because you're tag teaming their ass. You got so much energy. Okay, guess what? She gonna tag team you. I'ma tag when you so stressed out over there burning your fucking brain cells. I'm about to come and get your ass from behind. That's literally. And guess what? I'm not doing it for fun. The narcissist does the cat and mouse game for fun. You're doing it as self-defense. And if you can avoid it completely, it's best avoidable. With me, I couldn't avoid the shit because they were trying to take everything from me. They were trying to take everything from me. I'm thinking about the future. I'm thinking, the narcissist isn't around. Like, I'm thinking about survival, and these people are thinking about destroying me and trying to force me to rebuild again. Bitch, I'm not rebuilding shit again. Fuck, I'm never looking back. You're crazy. They're crazy. That cat and mouse game they play is dirty. And then later on, when people are coming out of the woodworks telling their story and their whole fucking pyramid starts breaking down, now they're the victims. Now they're searching up narcissist abuse, narcissists in families, and they're literally playing the fucking victim. That's why I don't trust nobody. They're weird as hell. They're weird for no reason. They're playing a cat and mouse game for no reason. They're being greedy. You would think everybody could eat, everybody can get along, everybody got different levels of success. They're so fucking motivated to be on top. It's like, you want to be on top, you gonna be on top lonely, bitch? With your attitude, mad at anybody who's enjoying happiness, mad at the people you want to sacrifice people for the people closest to you, and then once you do that and the people closest to you don't even appreciate it, you sitting at that big ass house mad as hell, and I'm sitting there wondering, like, why you fucking with me? Why aren't you in your big house, in your fucking pool, swimming and chilling at the balcony, drinking a glass of wine? Why you messing with me? You got what you competing to have so much and take from others. Why are you competing when you can't even enjoy what you got? That's crazy to me. That is wild. That's wild. You don't even enjoy what you do got. You act like you do for pictures or for how people view you. People come around, oh, look at this. Look what I got. Look at this. It's expensive. Look at this. Look at this. Playing a cat and mouse game with people that don't even care. You're trying to impress people that don't even care. And then by the time you turn around, shit ain't the way it used to be, and you don't appreciate it because you were so mad in that war. That now, guess what? Nobody's playing the cat and mouse game, so you got to play it with yourself and the people around you, and now the people around you sick of you. Straight up. They're sick of you. Everybody's sick of you. Your own kids is sick of you. You're calling your kids a narcissist. You fucking calling your kids a narcissist. Your kids is calling you a narcissist. Shit is crazy. It's really, really wild. It's really, the cat and mouse game is wild. The favoritism is wild. Just people, I get so much hate for be having good looks, and people think I'm a narcissist because I have good looks. But they don't want to put themselves in other people's shoes and see that certain people don't got the same opportunities. You don't even appreciate your opportunities. Some people working harder than you, and you got that promotion because you flirting with your boss. You know, you got people sacrificing themselves, and you got people out here who really victimize themselves. Oh, everybody jealous of me. Oh, they hate me because I'm young. Oh, they hate me because I'm old. You just got everybody in a battle zone. Everybody battling different battles. Certain people they think certain people are narcissists and they aren't narcissists. It's a lot of confusion. And that's why in the cat and mouse game, you got to stay conscious. You got to be sober minded. I had to learn that one because I would pay attention to everything. Every move I make, I pay attention to. I know how to redirect the zombies and get them away from me. I know how to do that. But if you're not conscious, see, I'm conscious even when I'm sleeping. If you're not conscious, you just laid the fuck out. That's how people get robbed in they sleep, You sleeping. So that cat and mouse game is vicious, and it comes in so many different forms. And it's the same people who think that they're empaths, even who are doing things to others because they feel like, oh, the narcissist did shit to me. I don't care about people no more. I'm gonna be mean, and then there's those that you just start blessing everyone because you're on some kumbaya. I found God, I found the truth, I'm conscious now. So now you off that high from being conscious and being aware of shit now, that you think you know everything, and now you're gonna get slapped right in the face because you're talking too much, you're telling too much. Because you don't have everything down packed. The rules are always changing. The rules are always evolving. And the only way you're going to see things clear is being alone. Anybody around you is a distraction. If they're not on the same page, it's a distraction. If they don't want to get on the same page, it's a distraction. If you're giving them an ultimatum, you're telling them they should understand how loyalty is so important. They should be as loyal as you. If they're showing you, oh, it's not the time, oh, we don't got enough money, they're making excuses for you all the time. You better believe they're playing the cat and mouse game, and when they do finally have the things that they want in life, they're gonna leave you in the ditch, and they're gonna kick you in your back, kick you in your butt, push you off that cliff, and never look back. So, I know this one was kind of long, you guys. I try to keep them short. And excuse my cussing, but I got kind of passionate in there because that cat and mouse game, I don't even want to play. I don't even like talking. Like, a lot of times you guys hear me on here and I go off for like an hour or so, but really in person, I really don't like talking. I do have a good sense of humor. I do joke around and things like that, but really I take things really serious. I pay attention to things. I pay attention to jokes. When you took it too far, I'm going to crush you real quick because you're playing the cat and mouse game. And we all know, when people play the cat and mouse game, they like to show you their power by showing you how they think, their minds. They want to show you, I can go back and forth. I can go back and forth. But who's going to win? Who's going to win? Who's going to win? That's what they're really thinking. Because they'll start getting more and more disrespectful if you let them. So you gotta know when to shut it down and turn it off, turn the TV off. You ain't got no access the way you thought you did. I'm not gonna give you what you wanted. I'm gonna click you off before you say what you wanted to say. So And sometimes the empath even plays the cat and mouse game. I've seen that many times too, where I tell people like, man, leave them people alone, cuz like, okay, you got them back, they got you back. Like, the only reason you keep trying to play the cat and mouse game with them is because you still care about them. No, I don't. I don't care. They're like seeking revenge. Like, the revenge don't stop. You know, like they want to keep up with them. They want to keep up with the Kardashians. They want to keep up with them and stuff. And you're like, the only way you're going to get over it is no contact. Like, leave these people alone. Like, they don't care. They don't care. They don't care. Well, I don't care either. I'm going to do this. I'm going to do that. Can you believe they did this? Can you believe they did that? Like, that means you care. That means you care about the cat and mouse game that they played you with. And it hurts. I know it hurts. It stings. It feels disgusting. It's the worst feeling to care about people that never cared about you, and you finally realizing it is really, it's like it alters your mind, because now your mind is trying to correct and make sense out of everything, and it's like, that shit just don't make no sense, right? So the narcissist wants you to think about them so that you can get triggered and you can reach out to them so they can continue fighting with you. A lot of times they're just gossiping about you, and now you said something to them, so now it's their cue. They were waiting for you to say something. They were doing these things, having parties, not inviting you, doing all these things on purpose so that you can get offended. And the moment you act offended, they're going to try to make you look like the crazy person. Why? If you don't like us, just don't be around us. And really what you want them to say is, I love you, you my sister, I love you, my brother, because you've forgiven them and you're expecting the same type of forgiveness, but they're not in it. They're not in it with you. They're not in it with you, and the only way you can see things clear is from being around someone that sees things how you see things, and even then, you gotta keep tabs and make sure you keep testing these. Me personally, I keep testing people, and they always disappoint me. And I think that's why I feel lonely, because even the people I care about, that I know their intentions aren't really bad, it's just who they are, or they're not affectionate, or whatever the case is. I know they need me more than they know they need me. I know that if I'm not around, the next person that plays the cat and mouse game with them, they're gonna devour their ass. And I love them too much to see that. So I'd rather just observe and not say anything, not get in the middle, give people free will, but be able to warn them before shit happens. Because with a lot of people, they don't respect you, and they might even get mad at you for telling them the truth. But when that shit pop off, they might not respect you. They might have more than you financially, and they feel like they might start behaving like narcissists, and you're like, you said narcissists mess with you, and now you're treating me like I'm less than. And I'm telling you, you being able to see things coming, people put their trust in you because they feel like they're safe with you, because you looked out for them by letting them know, hey, that cat, he's gonna jump up out of that corner over there. And it should always happen the way I know it's gonna happen, because if something is really, really good, or you think it's really good, most likely it's too good to be true. And that's just, everyone comes with flaws and imperfections, and if they're not aware of it, then I don't really want to be around you, because then you don't really know yourself. And when you don't really know yourself, you're a danger to people. You know, you become a liability as an empath when you're aware of the narcissist around you, but you still can't disconnect because you're afraid of being alone, or you get bored of being alone, you know. But it's the safest way to survive, because these people, their energies intertwine with other people's energies. And then it's like you'll think to yourself, oh, small world, that was weird. And it's not really small world, it's that they're vibrating off of the same vibrations. It's like a song. It's like a keyboard, and they're playing the same keys over and over again, and then they want to get together to fucking sing a whole chorus for your ass. So, you know, be very aware. Sending you guys lots of love. If you guys enjoyed this, please don't forget to like, share, subscribe. If you guys want to support my channel by booking a session with me, my booking information is on the description. Just give me 24 hours to respond to you. And as always, I'm sending you guys lots of love, light, peace in your healing. And I'll talk to you guys on the next one. Bye.